Dolphins are highly intelligent marine mammals and are a part of the family of toothed whales that include orcas and pilot whales. Dolphins are mammals that mainly eat fish and squid. They are generally gray and have darker backs and mainly live in the shallow areas of the tropical and temperate oceans.
Many of you may know that dolphins are very intelligent animals. We are going to be talking about how dolphins are able to be very similar to humans, but how they can be superior, and what makes them so fascinating. The first thing we see is the difference between a human brain and a dolphin brain. Dolphins have larger brains than humans, and many say that that is an indication of higher intelligence. But it's not the size of the brain, it's what you do with it. And dolphins are capable of many things.
There's also a slight difference in the capacity of their brain that can be used. Humans and dolphins can both use 100% of their brain, just not at once. Humans use certain parts of their brains during the day depending on what they're doing. There isn't a need to use all of it at once. Evolution has made it so dolphins have 2 hemispheres on their brain and only one hemisphere will be asleep at a time, never both. This is so that the dolphin will be able to watch out for predators and breathe, so while the dolphin is sleeping, one part of its brain will always be aware. Human and dolphin hearing is drastically different. The auditory cortex of the brain is highly developed. The dolphin's auditory nerve is about twice the diameter of the human eighth nerve, leading to more rapid sound processing for dolphins. In addition, a dolphin's auditory nerve supply is about 3 times that of humans, possibly providing more ultrasonic information to a dolphin's central nervous system for echolocation. In dolphins, ears aren't attached to the skull. Ligaments hold each ear in a foam-filled cavity outside the skull. This separation of the ears allows a dolphin to localize sound, which is important for echolocation. Humans and most land mammals cannot effectively localize sounds underwater.
In studies, it is found that dolphins are in fact better than humans at communication. With their ability to produce and receive sounds, dolphins are capable at sending and receiving information at 20 times the speed as we can. Dolphins are one of the only mammals that have self-awareness. For example, when dogs and cats look into a mirror, they don't know what's there. Dolphins know exactly what they are. They also recognize changes in their appearance, showing a complex form of self-awareness. Throughout studies, scientists have found that the human genome and the dolphin genome are basically the same.
To echolocate objects nearby, dolphins produce high-frequency clicks. These clicks create sound waves that travel quickly through the water and around them. In fact, sound waves travel almost 5 times faster through water than they do through air. When the sound waves bounce off of objects, they return to the dolphins as echoes. Dolphins pick up these echoes with their lower jaw and their enormous foreheads. These areas have cavities filled with fatty tissue that channel the sounds towards the ears and then onto the brain, where they're interpreted. So what exactly can dolphins see via these echoes? They can see a lot. Using a combination of regular sight and echolocation, dolphins are able to determine the shape, speed, distance, size, direction of travel, and even some basic facts about the internal structure of objects in the water around them. This information is critical for dolphins to find food and navigate in dark or murky waters. Dolphins hunt mainly in pods. To hunt, they organize themselves following a very sophisticated procedure where everyone in the pod has its function. The first technique is called herding, and it is performed by a pod of dolphins when some of them surround a school of fish, making them as compact as possible before eating. After this, the remaining dolphins take turns to pass through the fish from below and eat as much as possible in each pass. Another way the dolphins use to eat is by conducting fish to shallow waters where they cannot escape, and they devour them.
In the wild, dolphins can live for a long time. Orcas may live for 70 years or more. Bottlenose dolphins can live for at least 40 years. Dolphins that are kept in captivity die much earlier than those living in the wild.
Because dolphins are mammals, they need to come to the surface of the water to breathe. Unlike land mammals that breathe and eat through their mouths, dolphins have separate holes for each task. Dolphins eat through their mouths and breathe through their blowholes. This prevents the dolphin from sucking up water into the lungs when hunting, reducing the risk of drowning. Overall, dolphins are extremely fascinating and extraordinary animals that have a lot of different tactics that they use to survive in the wild. This makes them one of the smartest animals in the world that we should continue to learn more about.